Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my kitchen.
Today I'm making thick gravy noodles with shrimp, chicken, and pork. So let's review the ingredients. I have some small shrimp that's been peeled and deveined, a piece of pork tenderloin, chicken breast, and this is a minced garlic and ginger. I have a couple of eggs. This is a Shanghai bok choy, a zucchini, green onion, and I have a mixture of dried ingredients here. This is wood ear, Chinese mushroom, and lily buds, and this has been soaking in hot water for half an hour. I have some chicken pork stock, cornstarch slurry, cornstarch, seasoning salt mix, white pepper, Shaoxing wine, sesame oil, oyster sauce, and soy sauce. And for the noodles, I'm using a thin cut wheat noodle, and you could use any variety that you like. It comes in thin, medium, or wide thickness, and I'm using Shanghainese noodles, and you could use any brand that you like. For the prep, let's start off with slicing the pork tenderloin and the chicken breast. I'm going to cut it into very thin slices. Okay. We'll do the same with the chicken breast. I'm cutting it at a slight angle against the grain. Okay, let me wash up and we'll continue with the rest of the prep. Next, let's marinate the meat. I'm going to season the pork and the chicken together. Added some seasoning salt mix, sesame oil, the Shaoxing wine, and add a bit of cornstarch. And this is going to give the meat a velvety texture. And give this a good mix. Okay, so set this aside and let it marinate for 10 minutes. And next we'll marinate the shrimp. Add a bit of the seasoning salt also. White pepper, sesame oil, and the Shaoxing wine. And I'm also going to add cornstarch to this. Give this a good mix. Okay, that looks good. Set this aside also and let it marinate for the same 10 minutes. Next, we can cut the vegetables. Let's mince the green onion. And I'm going to shred the zucchini. We'll cut the top and bottom off. Now cut it at an angle. And basically, you can add any type of vegetables to this dish. Carrots, bean sprouts, bamboo shoots, spinach, cabbage, whatever you like. I'm cutting it into matchstick size pieces. Okay, that looks good. And for the Shanghai bok choy, I'm just going to cut it in half. Okay. And next we can cut all the dried ingredients. And check the wood here. If there's a knot here, you can remove it. No hard piece here. And I'm going to shred the wood ear. And this is going to add a nice crunch to the noodle dish. Next we'll cut the mushrooms. Just squeeze the excess moisture out. And we'll slice it. Okay, put this together. And for the lily buds, just make sure to squeeze out the moisture here. And sometimes a lily bud has a tough top end, and if you do feel it, just snip it off. And all these dry ingredients are going to give the stock a very earthy flavor. That looks good. And I'm also going to use the soaking liquid. So strain it. We'll add it to the stock. And finally, for the noodles, this is a 2-pound pack. I'm going to cook half of it. It comes in little bundles. So let's take it apart here. And lastly, for the eggs, we're just going to give it a quick whisk. That's good. So all the prep is done. We'll wait a few more minutes for the shrimp and the pork and chicken to finish marinating, and we can start cooking. So let's start cooking, and first thing we're going to do is poach the shrimp. The pan is set at high. We'll poach this for about a minute. Okay, that looks good. Let's remove it. We'll do the same with the chicken and pork. And poaching the proteins are going to keep the meat tender. And it's also going to add a lot of flavor to the stock. Okay, a minute is up. Let's remove the pork and chicken. Okay, now so remove the stock. I gave the pan a quick wash and rinse. Let's dry it out. My heat is set at a medium-high. And I forgot to say, before I start to make the thick gravy, I also have a pot of water boiling on another burner to cook the noodles. Okay, the pan is set at medium-high heat. Let's add oil. We're going to add the ginger and garlic. Cook this off really quick. And we'll add the mushrooms, wood ear, and lily bud. Give that a quick toss. And we'll return the stock. We'll also add the soaking liquid. Also going to add a little extra stock. Turn up the heat to high. We'll let this come up to a boil. Now once the stock comes back up to boil, turn it down to medium. Let the mushroom mixture cook for about 5 minutes. And at the same time, we can remove some of the foam. Okay, 5 minutes has elapsed. Let's remove a little bit more of the foam.
can add in the zucchini. And let's season it. Add a bit of the seasoning salt mix, sesame oil. Add some soy, oyster sauce, and the Shaoxing wine. And let this come up to a boil. And at the same time, give it a taste and adjust the seasonings. That's really nice. Okay, now I'm going to thicken the sauce up with the cornstarch slurry. We want the sauce to be pretty thick. Add the rest. And this is almost like a thick soup. Okay, this looks really good. Now turn down the heat. We're going to turn the shrimp and the meat, chicken and pork. And we're going to swirl in the egg. Just swirl it in a circle. And don't touch it, let it set for a little bit. And you can have like little bits of poached egg. And this looks super good. So this is done. I'm going to take this and set it aside. And we're going to proceed with cooking the noodles. Okay, I have the pot of boiling water. And the first thing I'm going to do is blanch the bok choy. About 30 seconds. Okay, that's done. Remove it from the pot. And next we're going to cook up the noodles. And cook the noodles according to the instructions on the package. These noodles require about 2 to 4 minutes. Okay, so let's put all the noodles in. Give it a stir. And you really don't want to overcook the noodles. I usually cook it 1 minute less than the suggested time. So 3 minutes has passed. I'm going to turn the heat off. We can drain the noodles. Let's put this dish together. And I'm going to put the bok choy around the edges here. And then let's pour this gravy over it. Good. And this is one super duper family size noodle dish. I'm also going to add some green onions on top. And here we have a beautiful bowl of thick gravy noodles with shrimp, chicken, and pork. It has a nice smoky, earthy, woodsy flavor from the mushrooms, wood ears, and lily buds. And you get a combination of 3 proteins, the shrimp, the pork, and the chicken. This is a northern Chinese comfort food. So let's give this a good mix, and you can see what it looks like. This looks really good. It's going to taste as delicious as it looks. And I also like to serve it with a side of a vinegar. And I'm using Shanghai mature vinegar. You can also use Qingkang vinegar. It's going to make all the flavors pop. And everybody can use as much or as little as they like. Enjoy! Okay, let's see if Shadow likes it. Ooh, yummy. She likes the shrimp. Thank you for watching, everyone. Until next time, Eat well, be healthy. Good girl.